We are back and we are live here in WCG, the Grand Final 2009 in Chengdu, China. I'm with my nerd soulmate, my nerd life heterosexual partner, Artosis. How are you doing, man?
I am stoked, man. And I am storked too, because we're going to see Stork take on Brad OK in a minute here, the champion of Russia against the champion of Korea.
What a matchup indeed. Stork, we already saw him play previously here at WCG. Really talented player. As I've said many times before, look, I think the guy's got the best build orders in the game. Great build orders, and he wears it well. Micro, very solid. He's really good at splitting up his decision making. Now you're a Terran expert. What do we need to know about Brad OK?
Well, Brad OK, he is the new guy from Russia, man. He has been around for a few years, but really he got a lot of notoriety during the first TSL where he ended up getting third place. He was one of the only Terrans to make it through, and he's just basically the best Terran in Russia nowadays, along with the old school player Advocate. So, Brad OK, a very strong player and really quite strong at this matchup TVP, even though he cannot advance at this point. The group has already been decided, and it's actually Sen and Stork advancing. But, Brad OK, he's going to want to win this, for his pride, for his country. He wants to give the best game he could possibly give. So I think it's still going to be a great game.
I think you're absolutely right. At the same time, I also think, look, even though he's eliminated, he wants to show up and take a piece of this Korean home with him. Eliminating a Korean from WCG, or at least taking a game off him, is pretty much the biggest accomplishment you can get, besides winning the whole thing.
Yeah, and foreigners can't do that yet. So if he can just take a game off that's going to be on a VOD, that's something that you're going to burn to DVD and show like everyone you ever meet.
That's right, man. And here we see some Chinese fans from TeamLiquid.net.
Emily up there in front, and a bunch of people I don't know, and even a following in this country. Quite amazing.
Team Liquid, largest English-speaking StarCraft site, in case you're wondering what we're talking about. We are getting very close to starting this game in a little bit. Barely got out of my my little segue statement to get out of that situation. We are about to start this. We're getting a little crunched for time here, which is why we're kind of speeding up this process. Some of the Warcraft 3 games took a little bit longer than we expected. So here we are head-to-head. Brad OK against Stork, Terran versus Protoss.
Yeah, man, this is going to be pretty exciting. The map is Tau Cross. This is a great macro map. But at the same time, a technical Protoss like Stork can kill you very quickly with Dragoons and with Reavers.
Right.
So, I'm hoping that Brad OK can, stall all that out, block all those early attacks, get his third base up, and then we could be in for a really great macro game.
I think you're absolutely right. And we are literally seconds away from starting this, getting a shot here of the studio. The convention center, I should say, and we are going. Stork versus Brad OK, let's get this on. Might I just say, it's been a long time since we've casted. I think it's been since BlizzCon.
Actually, I casted at USA WCG Finals tapes. I ain't lazy like you.
I forgot about that. You did do WCG USA Finals.
That's right. After I got eliminated by these nerds. But anyways. Onwards, inwards. The map, Tau Cross, we have Stork right there. As you see, he is down at the bottom position on Tau Cross. And Brad OK is going to be Terran up in the top right. And positionally speaking, this is what Stork was hoping for. You want to be, against Terran, you want to be clockwise from him. If you're counterclockwise, that easy third base, extremely easy for them to tank. So, he's got good positions, but it's not too big a deal. Stork is Stork, and he's going to adjust for that regardless of his position.
Yeah, you want to watch that mineral only as well. That could be dangerous. If they get some siege tanks over there or anything like that. So far things are going pretty well for Brad OK. If you see this depot here, that actually forces the SCV to spawn closer to the minerals because, of course, the SCV spawns I'm at the bottom left of the command center. With that depot there, it spawns at the bottom right. So this is just one of the many tricks you can do in StarCraft to get a little bit of an edge.
That is right, and we see Stork going for a gateway first. And this map, it is not uncommon at all for Protoss to go a 12 Nexus. You know, it's kind of a long rush distance. And Terran kind of has to open up against early Protoss aggression. Therefore, they can't really do anything that would be good against the 12 Nexus, so we see it quite a bit. But Stork, you know, he is the Korean here. He's just going to play a safe game, it looks like. And that's how he's opening so far.
Yeah, they usually tend to play a little bit safer against non-Koreans. The only thing I think you could possibly do against a 12 Nexus would be build a depot in that area between their bases and then rush with SCVs and Marines. But I mean, other than that, and of course if you mess that up, you're in for a world of hurt.
yeah. And by a world of hurt, you mean dead in 2 minutes.
Yep, pretty much. Whoop, there's a hand in there. Watch out. We do see Brad OK is going to scout and find Stork.
Yeah,
the first body looks...
He's scouting rather quickly here, as we see.
I was about to say that. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's very early, I think.
Earlier than Stork, and you know, normally Protoss is the one that's scouting early, you know, trying to grab a gas or something.
Right.
And it looks like we're going to see a 2 gateway rush here. Is it going to be a 10-15? Not really sure, but that is pretty much the best build for this map. And there we have Bruce, and behind him, we have very old school Russian player in Dimaga. But yes, Bruce is covering this as well. He'll be playing tomorrow on stage.
Bruce, of course, Russian caster, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
So don't you guys try to leave us. You guys stay right where you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless you speak Russian, then maybe that's the way to go. We're getting a lot of shots here of the audience. You probably saw earlier on, it didn't look as packed initially, but it's filling up quite quickly here as the game is started. And by the way, this was a 10-15.
Yeah.
10-15 meaning gateway on 10, gateway on 15. Before your second pylon, so what's going to happen is you're going to get the Dragoons out very quickly. And what that means for Terran is even though Protoss is sacrificing probes, you're going to lose probably more SCVs than they gave up probes. And sometimes you can lose the game right off the bat.
Yeah. And you know, normally on this map, Terran is going to go for FD Terran, which is a fake double protector, and as we see, he's making a very fast bunker. Now, is he going to go for spider mines in a siege tank, or is he going to go just siege tanks? I'm not sure yet, but if he doesn't make the spider mines, he's going to have to play very, very carefully. You know, the Dragoons, he's going to get a bunch of them ranged, be an attack in that bunker, and then eventually just run by the bunker.
Exactly. I think spider mine's probably the better way to go, especially if you plant them behind the bunker.
Yeah.
That is sneaky stuff.
You got to lay your skew mines,
I think you once did that to me. It was either you or Skew. I forget who did it, but I was...
That's something invented by Skew. You lay those mines behind, and they try to run by, and it just blows up the Dragoons, man. It's really a great way to defend against this. But Brad OK, not really of that style. I wouldn't be surprised to just see him go siege tanks from here.
And another thing you can also do is actually hide those mines underneath the barracks as well.
We've seen Iris do that in GOM, if I recall correctly.
Yes, I believe so. And at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Okay, we do see a pylon hidden outside the Protoss' base, and the Terran base, excuse me. So he may be hiding some tech there. I'm curious to see what he's going to do. It's tough for me to make a prediction right now. Maybe a robotics facility. I'm not sure.
And yeah, he does open up with the siege tank. So he's basically just going to be repairing a bunch of stuff till he has siege mode, but he has to be careful that Stork doesn't make a bunch more Dragoons and run in. You know, that's something that's very fearful in a situation like this. Look at his tank already in the yellow. And, you know, if he loses that tank, the game will end.
That's a very true statement. He's not going to lose it, it looks like. Protoss backs up. But now I'm not sure what he has planned next. You know, he didn't really get any SCVs. He did force him to repair the barracks. Looks like we're going to see Proxy Robo. So we're going to see a Reaver drop here. Maybe a Bulldog.
It could be a Bulldog or a Reaver drop. Not really sure which one. That SCV is.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh,
that was close.
Dragoons aren't fast enough, I think. I think they should be a little bit faster. Maybe as fast as Vultures.
I would love to see those little legs move that fast.
Yeah.
Now, if he does go for the Bulldog, it shouldn't work because he has the barracks and engineering bay walling this off.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely going to be a lot harder for Stork to get any Bulldog to work. And, of course, there's going to be turrets up pretty quickly here. But, you know, it looks like he's going to defend everything reasonably well here unless he just has no idea about the shuttle. And, in fact,
elevator.
An elevator might be coming up here.
He's going to go. So you guys who don't play StarCraft, understand what we're saying is he's probably going to get a shuttle and slowly ferry these Dragoons into his main base, where they can deal a tremendous amount of damage. By then, the Reaver's done, so he might pick off, let's say, 2 or 3 tanks, only having one left that's still making, and then the Reaver can come in and deal all the rest of the damage, killing off the SCVs.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, Brad O'Kay did not have his build planned out for this map well enough, because he should have one of his first depots on the side of his base to watch for something like
We
this.
see an SCV moving out here. He could potentially spot this hidden robo, but it might be too late.
You know, when that Reaver comes out, he's not going to be able to use his SCVs very well to block the Dragoons.
He's got 3 tanks. The Dragoons are on the loose. They've been spotted. Brad O'Kay has to act quickly. He's using his SCV, sieging up. I don't know if this is a good idea. Those Dragoons can bum rush the tanks.
Yeah, man. You know, it's hard. What a hard position. What is he supposed to do here? There's no good way to get out of this, and he's just going to have to improvise as good as he can.
The Reaver is on the loose. Moving out now. He's going for the command center. It's in the red. Now attacking the tanks. He will take out probably all these tanks.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be dead here. Lose all his tanks. The Reaver's in there, so the SCVs aren't going to do anything at all. And Stork is going to just end this game right here.
This is going to be almost impossible for Brad O'Kay to come back from. Had Brad O'Kay held up this attack, probably would have won in the long run. But right now, it's nothing but Onage getting dished out here.
Great quick game right there.
Very simple game. You know, Stork, like I said earlier, his build orders are so solid.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how to open up. GG. Good game.
You know, that's kind of sad. Brad O'Kay is not happy with that, as you can see on his face. He's just like, you know what? If I just had a depot there, the game goes to at least 20 minutes, and we have a good game. But, you know, this is what Korean programmers do. They find one little hole, they just act on it instantly, and they destroy you.
That's absolutely right. Again, more of those fans from Team Liquid here, seeing that sign in the background. And Stork probably feeling very confident after winning that game. Knows he's going to be obviously going on to the bracket phase. He's out of the group phase.
Stork in first place out of his group.
Yep.
And, you know, that's it. Poor Brad O'Kay. He's not going to be advancing this time.
Well, it was a good game. Hope you guys learned a lot from that. We're going to be going on to game number 2 here in this little set. We've already done our first set earlier today. It's going to be Zerg versus Zerg. Jaedong
versus Tudming.
Against Tudming.
That's right. Tudming versus Jaedong will be next. The second best Zerg this year in China. Against, of course, Jaedong, the monster master of CVC of all time.
Look at Stork here. He's like, I'm tired of owning.
It looks like he's just looking at his email right now.
Well, again, stay tuned, guys. We will have a commercial break coming up here when we get the cue for that. And again, it's good to be back and casting StarCraft WCG, the event I actually started my casting career at.
That is right. I remember the fateful day, man. And you know what? In 2005, they were asking, does someone want to go up on stage and talk about StarCraft? Yeah. And I almost raised my hand, but you did it first. And now look where we are.
Here we are. All right, Zerg versus Zerg, Jaedong against Tudming. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. This is Tastes and Archos at the World Cyber Games Grand Finals in Chengdu, China.